This is the Flash training facility. I wonder what kind of training they have down here. Mark, you're already thinking of training down here. I'm concerned that Her Majesty's idea of training might not be so straightforward. Perhaps we should be careful. I know, but from now on we'll find ourselves up against opponents we have little chance of defeating. Take Brainwashing and their freakish powers, and let's not forget Royal Academy. If there's anything that can help us down here, anything at all, I'm willing to try it. If we get through this, we might be able to find new ways to play against our opponents. Well, I guess you're right, but we haven't got time to sit and worry. Let's see what lies ahead. Try out the Flash training facility. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another... Come on. In the one episode where I can't retake it, too. Hello, Internet, welcome back to... I cannot say the word another. Hello, Internet, welcome back to another episode of Inazuma 11. In the last episode, we explored the shopping area, a new area opened to us, and got pushed down here to our deaths. This time, we're going to be exploring the Flash training facility. What I can only assume is heaven, or hell, or purgatory. Some sort of afterlife, because you saw the length of that pit. Everybody is dead. Welcome to the Flash training facility. You can increase specific abilities by completing courses here. Unlike other kinds of training, you can increase your entire team's ability all at once. Don't think it'll be easy, though. Make use of these two features and work towards becoming even stronger. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anyone else we can talk to or anything we can interact with other than this guy. Welcome to the Flash training facility. Here's the selection of challenges you can take. Flash training facility. Give your whole team a boost by completing one of this facility's courses. We have the attack course, which raises kick and body levels, defense, which raises guard, speed, which raises speed, body and controller raised by technique, guts and stamina are raised by strength, and the special course raises the maximum FP and TP. I think it's pretty obvious that the special course is going to be the most useful right now. So yeah. Trying to see if my notes say to do any particular one first. Nope, it doesn't, so we're gonna do the special course. You want to do the special course? Yep. Please go on through. We wish you all the best. So, how does Flash training work? Well, we're in this closed-off room, but we can't go through either of the doors we see on the map. We talk to this guy. I can't let you continue unless you overcome this challenge. And we're into a battle against this guy. Fighter, and fighter. The Flash Kids. Yeah. So, Flash training is sort of a roguelike in a way. You have to reach the end to gain the reward you enter the course for. And all the while, as you're going through the area, you're finding, like, healing items, shoes, accessories, and move manuals. The equipment, accessories, and items that appear depend on what chapter you're in, and there are some items that are only obtainable through Flash training, so it's worth doing this even if just for that purpose. We came in here without healing, so that's unfortunate. You also saw there's no training spot in the lobby of the Flash training facility, so yeah. So we'll save talking about the equipment and stuff here until we find a chest, but yeah. This is a roguelike in the sense that as you pick up items and stuff, you're still able to keep them if you lose, but you don't get the actual reward or the ending of the facility unless you get to the very end. Here's a chest containing a health bracelet. Okay. And that's all you need to open this sort of room. Health bracelet increases control by 2. We already had one of those, I think. There's nothing too special there. The equipment that you get in this facility is usually not too important, so yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going out of your way to get everything. There are some things that are only obtainable in the Flash training facility, though, and I will be going over those and trying to get those with each chapter, just for the sake of completion. Okay, guess I gotta hope for a chip shot to work. Because I forgot to heal. Chip shot worked, okay. Thanks, Flash Babes. So yeah, as you're going through the Flash training facility, do not be afraid to use the healing items that you're given throughout the facility, because you're gonna want to be at, like, decent health by the time you reach the end, and you're gonna get a lot of items just going through the facility. Just want to get Axel's TP back up. I'll probably replace Axel with Kevin, actually, just because I want Axel to have TP by the time we... Never mind, I need Axel in the party. Okay, I guess we can have 2 forwards right now. That's fine. I'll just have Kevin be in the front. That works. In the Flash training facility, your, like, best way to just get through the facility quickly is going to be going up every time. The last room in every course will always be from an entrance that's heading upward, so it's good to keep that in mind. Not going to be showing every battle in here because even though all of their names are fighter, there's not really that much interesting to say about the scouts you're fighting in here. They're scouts. So, yeah, and Kevin is also out of TP. Awesome. What the hell? Nice job, Kevin.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Axel grew to level 26 and learned Quick Draw. If I'm not mistaken, that's Axel's last level up move. Yeah. A 0 power move that he learns at level 26. And it's a defensive move on a forward. When am I ever going to use that? Health bracelet again, okay. Not what I'm looking for. I need the move manual that appears here. At least you can heal mid-battle during these, so that's good to keep in mind. Pretty sure this last room that we haven't gone into is going to be the final room because there's not much further up that the map can go. Yeah, we got a pretty small course this time, but sometimes they'll be bigger, sometimes they'll be smaller. That's all there really is to it. Okay. I want to at least restore some TP for Kevin. I generally wouldn't, like, say you need to be at, like, full health for the end of any given course, but it's good to at least have enough that you can use, like, a shooting move. This is the final test. Think you can make it? Get your stylus ready.
You struggled this far. Need a real challenge?
Flash training. We are actually going to be testing out a different formation in this. We are going to be using F Wild Park because I don't want to test this against Brainwashing. Okay, what do I have written down to do here? My notes don't actually say anything, so I'm going to have Max, Kevin, and Axel on the front line. For midfielders, I'll have a bunch of actual midfielders, preferably. And Nathan. That makes sense. Then Peabody, Jack, and Bobby sounds good. Alright. This works for me. I could use Boar. Anyway. Flash formation. They are using Ghost Dance, and as you can see, their team is made up of members from teams we beat in the past, specifically Occult and Wild. This is pretty cool. It makes up a team randomly of players you've already faced, and if we... Okay, we can't check their info for some reason. That's odd. The game never does that for any other team, but okay. They are going to have the same, like, moves and abilities they had the last time we fought them, so that's, like, cool to know. They're using the forward from, Occult as a midfielder. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Let's do this. Yeah, the reason I want to test Wild Park here is just because this is another formation I have never once used in my life, and I do not want to risk using it against a team that is being built up this much to be difficult. I did not heal Max at all, so hopefully this just goes over him. I'm not going to worry too much about getting like a certain score difference or anything in these matches. Also, you have Killer Blade, why did you not use it? As a result of the game not letting you see the info for characters, I'm not going to be having, like, graphics on the side going over these characters. If I do, I'm just going to reuse them from the initial match against their teams, but I'm probably not because I don't think those are going to be entirely accurate after image. Well, already. We're using moves that we did not get to see before. They might have already had that, but we definitely didn't see it. Get that from Fighter. I almost said Cheetah, but that's not his name right now. Right now, he's Fighter. I don't know how this works. Why are they all here? I don't know. Maybe they all just have twins, and their twins all work in the Flash training facility. Or maybe they're holograms. I don't know. Okay, I was trying to make Axel charge there, but I was a little too late. That's fine. I mean charge the mechanic, not charge the command duel option. Hey, that's Bobby's move. Don't go stealing from Bobby. He needs all the help he can get. He's barely touched the ball since joining the team. Speak of the devil. He's going to touch the ball now. I do like the music that plays here. I don't know if we've had a match where this, like, has played yet. Well, this song's good. It's, like, very weirdly tense, which I don't think is completely fitting for the situation. Here's Sam using fake... Never mind. After Image is really strong for this point in the game, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if this is new to Flash training. Because that is a strong move. I want to show Sam being, like, able to use fake ball, but we might not get that opportunity here, and that's fine. I just don't know when we will get that opportunity because Sam spends so much time on the bench. Not for any, like, fault of his own, just tends to turn out that way. I'm gonna go fired up too, just so I can use Heat Tackle without worrying too much about the TP cost. That's why I tend not to use dribble moves on forwards, is just because I get worried about how much TP they cost. But whatever, there's no reason to actually worry about it. Every Flash training, like, session is going to end with a match like this, so it's good to, like, get used to having matches at the end of these. I don't know where my thought there was going. Finally using Killer Blade. And not succeeding. As usual.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Good point, Mark. You can't still make it, dude. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out Max since he's out of TP. I'll switch him with not Shadow. I don't have a good option to switch him with, actually. I guess Sam? And then I can just put Miles in. Sam probably has enough to at least use Grenade Shot. That's fine, that works for me. Okay. I'm not crazy about this formation. I think the, like, midfield is way too far up, and it makes it, like, kind of awkward at the start of any, like, given kickoff. Okay, Sam. Yeah, keep running. Follow my orders. Don't do something that makes sense. Do what I say. Because I never make sense, but I still win every time. That, Kevin... Axel, can you get it in time? No, you can't. There we go. Oh! He caught it, but as soon as he caught it, it went over the line. Good for him. This is going to be the end of the first half. Yeah, they're not going to even be able to get it to Mark in time, but whatever. That's fine. First half, 2-0. Let's keep up the pressure until the final whistle. We're not giving up yet. Don't underestimate us.
You won't score again.
49-51. Pretty even possession, honestly. They just haven't had a chance to get it up to the net, at least. Yeah, it is interesting to, like, face these opponents using a different formation and having a mixture of characters from different teams. It does make them a little bit more intimidating, because you never know fully what they're going to be capable of, because you aren't able to see what they're capable of. I don't know why. There's no way the game doesn't know what they have or anything. I don't know why it doesn't let you check. That's dumb. Whatever. Maybe it's just so you don't know what characters you haven't recruited yet have? I don't know. Kevin. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll at least try Grenade Shot. Pretty boring shot, but we've had it for a while, and this is our first time showing it, so whatever. At least we get to finally use it. There's not much to say about this match, really. I'm, like, showing it in full because it's our first time, but in the future, like, I'm not going to be doing a ton of flash training in single player just because it's not really worth it in single player, I'm going to argue. I'll talk more about that after we, like, finish the course, but I have my reasoning for believing that. Nice job getting that ball. Sam, take it. Axel, take it back. Charge, okay. First strategic use of the charge mechanic. I don't think I've actually used that on screen a single time. I used it one time during the, like, extra competition route wild match, but it was probably cut out because it didn't work out in my favor because it only lasts, like, a second. So you need to be very precise with your timing. But as you can see, it's pretty effective to get people off your forward's ass. I was gonna say almost done with the second half, but no, we're not. We're halfway done with the second half. But we're 4-0. I don't think there's much threat of losing at this point, and I cannot think of anything else to say, so I'll just cut around to anything interesting that happens in this match. It's not like anything remotely interesting is actually going to happen. There's Whirlwind Twister. I don't know if we've used that yet or not, but I guess it's worth showing. And here it is again. It's even better the second time. There we go, full time, 4-0. Literally nothing else interesting happened that entire match. You beat us.
Looks like you won.
Not bad. See how that did for everyone. That was like no experience points at all for that. That's how pathetic that team was. You did well. You should be even stronger now. Welcome back. Here are your results. As you can see, we get a increase of 3 points to both FP and TP for this. It's not a, like, menial increase, but I don't know. It's not, like, enough to really make a huge difference. This isn't going to be the difference between being able to use a move in extra time in a match or anything. TP and FP are sort of the best you get, though, because in every other course, you're going to be awarded 1 point in whatever stats the course is dedicated to. That's basically identical to doing, like, special training in a stat with one person. It's just it affects your entire team. But still, I don't know. This isn't very useful right now, but little boosts like this do add up over time. You may be thinking, oh, so if I grind here long enough, I can get everybody's stats up to max and just have a free ticket through the rest of the game? Well, no, actually. Players have a hidden stat called Freedom. This determines how many points they can gain through training like flash training and special training before their other stats starts to decrease. Let's take Mark, for example. If we were to raise his guard stat 35 times at the tower, if we were to continue doing this, Mark's gut stat would start to decrease. This is because Mark has a freedom stat of only 35. This is called a seesaw pattern, and the European version of Inazuma 11 uses the seesaw pattern from Inazuma 11 too. Kick lowers control and vice versa, speed lowers stamina and vice versa, body lowers guard, guard lowers guts, and guts lowers body. It's possible to raise a stat up to plus 50 even despite the stat drops if you'd like to, After this, they won't go up anymore through flash training or special training, though. Now, I mentioned that the European version uses the sequel seesaw patterns. What about the Japanese and American versions? Well, in the original version of the American 3DS version, kick lowers guard and vice versa, body lowers control and vice versa, speed lowers stamina, stamina lowers guts, and guts lowers speed. If you don't see the problem here, this is barely a drawback for almost any of the stats outside of speed lowering stamina, especially kick lowering guard. You can basically freely raise Axel and Kevin's kick stats by 50 points, and they'll never know any drawback from this, because when the hell are you going to use Kevin or Axel as a goalkeeper? Or a defender? It's silly and is definitely pretty obvious why this was changed. There's still things I need to get in here, though. I'm going back in. I didn't heal. Yeah, you don't get healed automatically, and there's no healing point in the lobby, so whatever. I'm not here to win, I'm only here for the items this time. Here's what Peabody's about face looks like. No wonder it has a high foul rate, that looked painful. Made it to the end again without finding any of the items I need. Oh! Shadow learned Dark Tornado during that last match. We can't show this in this match, but it's good to know that he has it. That's like his main move. It's good to know he has it now. Okay. I'm being forced to use a kind of unorthodox formation because of how, like, not healed my team is right now. Mark is a forward right now. And here's Mark's grenade shot. Here's what Max's black magic looks like. Oh, I got the bronze power pendant for winning that. I'm pretty sure that is an item that we can only get right now. Like in, like we can only get it in flash training, so. Cool. Good that we got that. Also got some more TP and FP for it. Let's check that out. Equip. Bronze Power Pendant increases stamina by 3 points. No. This is not the thing we can only get right now. But, okay, still cool that we got it. While we're on a raising Max's stamina spree, sure, dude, have that too. I need to find the items I'm here for. If I don't find them this time, I'll just tell you what they are, because I don't need them that bad, but, like, it's the Let's Player's instinct. This is what Shadow's Dark Tornado looks like. It's okay, it's a dark fire tornado. But for 42 TP coming from Shadow's kick stat and being admittedly not a very strong move, add up to Dark Tornado being very disappointing for the rate at which Shadow gains EXP and it being his first, like, natural shooting move. I don't know, it's not very good. But whatever, it's good he has it at least. Alright, this was my, like, third attempt of going through here trying to get the items I'm looking for, and they just will not show up. I missed one room before accidentally talking to the NPC for the final test, so who knows, maybe it was here and I just missed it, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what they are. In Chapter 4, that's the chapter we're in, it's possible to find a move manual here for Wild Claw, which is the move that was used by Boar in our match against Wild. And it's also possible to find a bronze TP pendant, which raises the TP slightly of whatever player you give it to. I'm not, like, heartbroken over not getting these. It's, like, definitely possible to beat the game without them, and Wild Claw isn't the best move in the world or anything. I'm pretty sure God Hand outclasses it, but, well, maybe not, but still, I'd rather have God Hand. I don't know. It's just a little disappointing that I'm gonna miss out on them, but I don't want to be here all night searching for things that I'm admittedly probably not going to even use. Dynamite shot. Mark is dead. Okay, here's what Mark's fireball knuckle looks like. I doubt that's gonna work, but yeah, it was worth showing. It's just a punch where he sets his fist on fire. 4-1 at full time. Nice win for Raimon. Nice level up for everyone and another bronze power pendant. Maybe that is what you get and not the bronze TP pendant. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. I know you can get Wild Claw though. Anyway, that was nice. That was like a nice boost of 9 TP and FP for everybody, so I can't really complain about that. I don't think there is a curve for like a seesaw pattern for FP and TP. There's not as far as I know. It probably starts raising at a certain point, but yeah, okay. Cool. Anyway, let's get out of here. You took your time. I thought you might have met a sticky end down there. No, I was looking for Wild Claw. Why'd you hide it so well? Well, try not to hate me. I only did it because you're all so pathetically weak. Thanks, Nelly. What? We really played a lot of football down there. I'm sure the Inazuma 11 practiced for hours every day down there too. I want to practice here more so we can get closer to how good the Inazuma 11 were. Who's this old guy?
Well, aren't you just like your grandfather?
Father.
Father? Then he must be Raimon's governor, right? Correct. I'm Sonny Raimon, the governor of this school.
Whoops. That was pretty rude of you, Captain.
I don't mind. Actually, Nelly brought me here so I could meet you. Looking at you takes me back 40 years to the legendary Inazuma 11.
You know about the Inazuma 11 too?
Of course. Back then, I was head of the cheering squad for Raimon's football club. The school and I supported the Inazuma 11 religiously. But 40 years ago, on the day of the national final, they didn't show up. It took a long time before I came to terms with not knowing what happened. I even took out my frustration and sorrow on the football club itself. But seeing you boys has changed me. I'm going to give you all the support I can from now on.
Governor!
On that note, there's something I want to show you.
Show us?
After the Inazuma 11 vanished, I went to the club room on my own and found this. I've been mulling over what to do with it until now, but I think you ought to have it. Here you are, Mark.
The manual for Inazuma 1. This is the Inazuma 1.
Hey, isn't that just what we've been looking for? This move has got to be even more powerful than the Inazuma drop. Mark, have you seen handwriting like this anywhere?
This handwriting? I thought I recognized it when I read the Inazuma drop manual. It's my granddad's writing.
Well, that's only natural. The person who wrote this was your grandfather, David Evans.
What?
David was the Inazuma 11's coach. David was responsible for many of the Inazuma 11 special moves. He left these manuals so that future players might learn the same techniques. The club disbanded after the Inazuma 11 vanished and the manuals were scattered. But from now on, you won't have to worry about your opponents no matter how big they are. Find the pages scattered around Inazuma Town, train hard, and no one will be able to stop you. Find my pages, Mark.
So my granddad was the one who wrote all of these. Inazuma 1. This might be just what we need to put a stop to brainwashing. Thanks, Governor. We won't lose to brainwashing with this. Alright guys, let's keep practicing until we make the special move our own. Come on! Yeah.
Good luck, boys.
Thanks, Nelly! Lately his character seems to be rubbing off on everybody. Including you, it looks like. What? It must have taken a lot of trouble to get this set up for the football club. I'm just making sure that the football club doesn't expose this school to ridicule. This school, the football club. That's not what you really care about, is it? What? What do you mean? Don't play dumb. I only took up football again because Mark really made an impression on me. I just thought he might have made a bit of an impression on you too. A route on the connection map has been unlocked. Talk to Celia to check it out. Meanwhile, elsewhere... What's been up with Jude lately? He always seems to be thinking about something else. Now you mention it, did you hear about that rumor?
I heard about it too! The captain's got some girl trouble!
I heard him saying some girl's name the other day too. That Jude is one smooth operator.
No way! Jude? It's always the quiet ones. Hey, you! What are you doing here? Quit wasting time before the next match.
That loud bossy guy's back again. Okay, I got it. Could you say it a little quieter next time?
It's always practice, practice, practice! Jude, what's up?
Tomorrow's the brainwashing match. True, we don't know exactly what they're capable of, but now we have the Flash training facility and the Inazuma 1 manual. With these, we can get stronger and stronger. I hope so. It took a lot to get everything set up, you know. You're not permitted to stop training until you are certain that you can win. Of course, that's what we planned. Today we'll train till we can't train anymore. By the way, did you realize the Inazuma 1 is a two-person co-op move? Co-op move? With co-op moves, it's better to set the partner you'll use before a match or a battle. To choose a partner, press the X button and select inventory and then special moves. Next, select the move you want to set a partner for. You'll be able to choose from a list of players who have the right skills to perform this move. I see. Let's go through that again. Choose a partner by selecting special moves in the inventory menu. Do your best tomorrow, Mark. Come talk to me when you've finished getting ready. I'll be waiting in the club room. Thanks, Sylvia. See you later. Speak to Sylvia when you're ready. Yeah, Inazuma 1 is weird because it's a move that's story-related that we need to learn through a move manual. This is Axel's move, so we're gonna go ahead and teach it to Axel. Forgot about Hawkshot. I still don't know who I'm gonna teach that to. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Inazuma 1. The coordinated shot attests to the strength of friendship. And we're going to set the partner to be the canon partner, the one who is the partner for this move in the anime. Mark. He runs out from the goal to use this move with Axel, and I think that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna have him pair up with that. I don't know why this is taught this way instead of, like, normally, like, as a story move, the same way Inazuma Drop is, because my L and R buttons just stopped working. Heat Tackle, like, sure, that's fitting for Axel. It would be fine if that was the only move he learned through level up, though, because Quick Draw at level 26! Zero power move. This could have been Inazuma 1. It would have made more sense. It would have been better from a story standpoint. And it would have made it so a certain glitch doesn't happen. Well, not necessarily a glitch, but I'm gonna show what I mean real quick. If we head to the tower and talk to Veteran, we can use teaching techniques to have Axel transfer the move onto someone else, say Nathan, for example. And yeah, we don't have enough prestige points right now because this move is very expensive to teach, like, transfer over. But we can technically transfer Inazuma 1 to somebody else if we want to. There's something odd related to this, though. Due to the fact it's obtained to a move manual, obviously you can teach it to other players. In the European version, it's fine and it works as normal. But in the Japanese and American versions, the game actively warns you that the player you're teaching it to will not be able to use it. I really do not understand why this is taught through a move manual and not just a story move, because sure, Quick Draw was like 140 power in the original Japanese and American versions. Like, it's a much stronger move. But this still would make more sense. Heat Tackle makes sense from an aesthetic standpoint. Axel's whole thing is fire, so whatever. And it would be a little weird for his last, like naturally learned move to be a wind element move like Inazuma 1. But that could be solved by making this a fire element move, first of all. Also, like, I don't know. It bothers me to no end. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I will never let it go. I'm gonna see if I can heal real quick and then show it off in a battle. Okay, you know what else works? I can heal right now and show it in this battle. Here's a cookie bar, Axel. That did not heal nearly enough, and I think you can only use 3 of these per battle. That should be enough. Okay, I think it's only 51 TP to use it. It won't show me here, so I guess we'll figure it out. Let's get the ball to Axel. Oh, your TP is bad, Shadow. Okay, here's Inazuma 1. Cool-ass move. Very expensive to use, though. Yeah, give Peabody a high five there, not Mark, who helped you use the move. Anyway, with all that done, I think we're pretty much ready to take on Brainwashing. So next time on Inazuma 11, we're going to do just that after doing a little more looking around, because we have some more stuff we can do before that. But, you know, it's stuff we always do right before a match, so that's fine. I'll see you guys then.